Yes. Halo semuanya, selamat datang di live stream Mia hari ini. Gimana kabarnya semua? Sorry ya malam-malam, karena hari ini Mia dan rencana jadinya cuma bisa streamnya malam. Ini aja Mia belum sempat makan malam, makanya ini di sebelah Mia ada makanan. Jadi kalau misalnya tiba-tiba pas lagi streaming ada suara krauk tuh berarti Mia lagi makan. Mau endurance kah? Endurance gak ya? Aku sih pokoknya targetnya itu selesai pokoknya X1 harus selesai hari ini. Jangan endurance, Mia besok mau bangun pagi soalnya. Halo selamat datang yang baru datang. Yes, jangan lupa makan Mia. Iya nih, nggak lupa nih, makananku ada di sebelah. Spoiler nggak ya? Kalau yang nanya spoiler nggak ya, itu di atas udah ada tulisan ya teman-teman. No spoiler ya. Kalau spoiler chatnya akan Mia nuk dari stream gitu. Jadi ya silakan, kalau yang mau spoiler aja, nanti chatnya paling Mia ilangin terus Mia main sendiri. Ya lagian kasihan juga ya kan, nggak semua orang pernah main gitu loh. Jadi kalau udah tahu udah disimpan aja di hati gitu kan, lucu kan jadinya. Kita udah tahu, udah nggak usah, jangan merusak enjoyment yang lain ya teman-teman. Gitu. Enak nih bawang goreng, Mil dimakan bawang goreng. Gitu. Sekarang nih kita mau nanya dulu nih. Kan? Sorry, bentar nih, kita di sini kan ada naon ya? Kagak bisa lihat CG ya? Bisa lihat CG nggak sih? Nggak bisa ya? Ya udah ya. Kita mau langsung aja ya, kita nggak usah rewind ya, kita nggak usah dapetin semua CG ceweknya dalam satu playthrough ya. Kita ngegas aja, ini masih X1 nih. Kita mau ngeload, nggak bisa ding. Kita udah nggak bisa ngeload coy, udahlah kita lanjut aja. Untuk kita mau ngegas nih, pokoknya sampai gimana ya, mainnya kayak orang normal aja ya teman-teman, kayak orang normal. Jadi ini udah hari keberapa ya lupa, pokoknya tuh mereka tuh udah memutuskan mau baca puisi atau apa gitu. Nah terus pas hari kebesokannya si Monica tiba-tiba telat lagi gitu. I'm the last one here again. By the way ini Mia juga lagi agak ini ya, kurang sehat. Jadi sebenarnya muka Mia nih rada mati rasa. Jadi sebenarnya kalau misalnya kalian tampar Mia tuh nggak berasa nih sekarang. Jadi pace-nya mungkin gak akan secepat kemarin ya. Mia akan bacanya lebih pelan-pelan. Dan seperti biasa, karena kemarin Mia bacainnya bahasa Inggris, hari ini Mia bacain bahasa Inggris juga ya. Nih kayak, I'm the last one here again. Aku lupa Monica suaranya kayak apa, but oke lah. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Dia telat tuh. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Ini yang di Undertale duluan apa game ini duluan sih? Ini aku merasa ini kayak reference Undertale, tapi aku nggak tahu yang mana duluan. Seandainya kalau bisa tampar digital aja ya, oke. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Anjay, gairah. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. Yeah. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. Oh, I can't wait for the festival! Kayak gitu kan ya suara Natsuki. It's gonna be great! Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Tuh, tampar subscribe buttonnya. Kayak basis yang itu tuh, kayak pemain bass yang itu. Slap like now. Well, yeah! I'm not talking about our part of the festival. But it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Cumi goreng ya? Cumi? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? Kalian suka cumi-cumi nggak? Aku suka cumi-cumi. You, of all people? Emang kenapa? I didn't say I didn't like it. I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Oh anjir, maksudnya Monica. Maksudnya Monica, Ika tuh bahasa Jepang artinya cumi-cumi ya teman-teman. Oke, nice, bodo amat. Haha, lucu banget, haha. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Ya, bodo amat. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me. Where's Sayori anyway? Kok ini panas ya? Panas layaknya tersiksa api neraka. Sebentar ya, mau manasin. Mau nyalain pendingin, cuma males ntar aja. Sayori is sitting at the desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Kenapa dia bengong? You're spacing out again. Dia suka bengong ya guys. Sorry. Don't mind me. Kenapa dia bengong? You can go talk to everyone else. Kenapa dia galau? Kayak kamu ngomong aja sama yang lain. Aku tidak apa-apa. Ignore saja aku. Sayori lagi nggak mood mungkin ya. Yang jatuh. Bentar. Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. Tuh, dia lagi nggak mood tapi dia berbohong kepada MC ya. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Dia tuh kayak, udah kamu seneng-seneng aja sama yang lain gitu. Udah nggak usah khawatirin aku gitu. Oh my goodness. Bentar kita makan dulu guys. Kalian semua udah makan malam belum by the way? Mia sambil ngunyah jadinya Mia cat aja nih. Makan apa kalian? Makan sate kucing. What? Enak dengan ngunyah. Bakso udang. Perdana kah? Bukan live. Live ini cuma live kan juga bisa sambil ngetik. Gimana sih? Kalau Kak Mia suka gurita apa enggak? Suka. Mia suka makan itu loh, takoyaki. Takoyaki kan dalamnya gurita tuh, enak deh. Cuma kalau di Indonesia nggak tahu kenapa guritanya suka diganti cumi terus kayak krik gitu. Oke, kelas. Lanjut. Tak. Punya dulu yang ini terus abis itu lanjut. Takoyaki di sini malah isinya keju semua. Takoyaki KW. Enak ya kalau lagi nonton stream bisa sambil makan. Kalau yang streaming nggak bisa streaming sambil makan. Bisa sih kalau streamingnya mukbang ya. Sampai jam berapa kami ya? 2 jam kali ya. Kalau WIB sampai jam 11 malam. Sama nasi enggak sama nasi. Yaudah nih kita lanjut main dulu deh. Jangan kelamaan makannya. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glanced at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. Jadi Sayori sama Monica belakangan ini kan karena persiapan kan mereka sering bareng. Kita tanya Monica yuk, si Sayori kenapa sih? I timidly approached Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Kirito, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Kirito. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. Ah! And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Mungkin dia galau gara-gara kita. Pasti karena kita mau jalan sama Yuri, jadi dia galau. Hahaha. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Kirito. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. Ini maksudnya, kami aku mau tanya kenapa sih kami aku nggak main game sama Vtuber kayak Kak Mia maksudnya? Oh, maksudnya nggak collab gitu. Maksudnya nggak collab. Ih, kemarin baru collab. Iya sih, belakangan ini lagi jarang collab. Tahu deh, ntar gampang deh diurus. No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. Dia tuh kayak so tahu banget. Dia tuh tidak mengenal karakternya dia gitu. It's not any different now that it always has been. So tahu lo Kirito, kata Monica. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Kaget. Stop, mak. Ngagetin. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. Apa ngintip-ngintip? But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord. Save dulu deh. So, I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. Oh? I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How are you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard to me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. Okay, dasar kamu cewek creepy. Tapi nggak apa-apa karena dia cantik. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Apa sih? Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Anjay, romantis. Lu kenapa nge-ship kita sama Sayori, coy? Kan aku mengejar dia, please lah. Eh? Sorry, I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that. Oh, it's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. I see. But perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Cie, kamu cemburu ya? Kirito, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. Ooh. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Tuh. Bahkan si Kirito itu kan tidak mengenal Sayori gitu. Lu jangan so tahu gitu. Sayori itu tidak pernah sedih. Dia aja kagak pernah tahu. Do you think that there might be something behind it after all? Ya iya, Bu. I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. Oh, and she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. Tapi aku lebih peduli sama Yuri. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. Jadi, ini yang pada orangnya sendiri tuh belum tentu tahu. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncovers feelings you weren't aware were in you. Yeah, jadi Yuri tuh ini ya, nge-hint bahwa lo tuh sebenarnya suka sama Sayori, lo belum tahu aja. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person. Soalnya dia naksir juga sama kita. Katanya dia adalah seorang cewek yang beruntung. To have you feel that way about her, kalau misalnya kamu suka sama dia. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. Hala! I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Ayo kita baca yuk. Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Yeah, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Okay. Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Dia mau bikin teh, guys. Not to mention for yourself as well. Okay. Okay, I follow and watch as he retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. Okay. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. Okay. Jadi dia mau bikin teh kan, ketelnya ditaruh di meja guru. Dia sigap sekali ya. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Ceng, isi air bareng-bareng. Kaget anjir. Monica, where are you two off to? Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Kirito in club activities? My mouth gapes. Mereka kenapa sih kayak berantem terus? I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Now let's go, Kirito. Judy quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. Oh, dia kesel. What's wrong with me? Kamu suka sama saya? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Kirito, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns the light rain shower into a hurricane. Dia lebay, artinya. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. Gombal, biasa guys, Kirito. Ini pas banget ya kenapa kita namain Kirito. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Kirito, I really like being friends with you. Haha, thanks Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah, shall we go? Ayo! Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill out the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Okay. Kirito, kamu suka oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Ya iyalah. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking. And I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out, it's not very hard for me to do. It's when it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Kirito. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Kirito, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Geng lesehan. Mau minum teh lesehan. What's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. Oh my god, dia sakit punggung. Apa karena dadanya besar? Oh enggak ya? Oh ternyata enggak. Kirain. Oh gitu. Oh katanya ternyata kalau senderan di dinding lebih enak punggungnya. Oh gitu. Maaf salah. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Kan ini film kan ini game harem gitu, kirain MC-nya kan kirain kan bakal fan service gitu. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because my... Tuh kan bener anjir, karena dadanya anjir. Tuh kan bener. Tuh kan dadanya bohong. Always hunched over like that while reading. Iya tuh dia alibi posturnya, padahal itu dadanya anjir, sumpah dia kayak terbata-bata gitu tadi ngomongnya, kayak malu gitu. I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. Gila men, otakku kayak terlalu cepat men. I have some chocolate as well. Floor gang. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayuri's my candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Okay, Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kinda cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup! Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest! Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. Baiklah. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Oh, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Kenapa dia nggak suka makan manis? Well, if I touch it, then I get my smudges. Oh, okay. Kalau misalnya dia makan coklat, nanti bukunya kayak kotor gitu. If I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. Okay. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Makan dulu, guys. Kalian liatin CG-nya ya, aku mau makan bentar. Aku makan terus kayak misalnya suapannya aku sodorin ke Yuri kan gitu, kalau orang-orang yang sangat halu kan gitu. Makan apa Mia? Makan daging. Mia lagi makan, mari kita ngetik lagi. Bukan daging korban, nih daging sapi. Suapin coklat ke Yuri, nggak ada coklat, adanya daging. Minum dulu. Doki dinner ASMR. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Woo! Permen coklat. Then, I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. Oh, disuapin! But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Kirito? Sorry! I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do. Right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah. Kenapa sih? Kayaknya biasa aja. That's all it was. Yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers. But this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay lah. Anjrit lo, Monica, fuck! Okay, everyone. Monica! Blocks. Ooh. Lupa di save. Lupa di save. Gak apa-apa lah. Jerry jolts back. It's time to share poos. Sumpah nih sumpah nih kayak pengen ku gampar tuh nggak? Kirito, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Aduh. Ya ampun, kaget. Kamu dasar cewek kampret kamu. Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people? I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure! But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. Hello. It will also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I'll let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. Anjay. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I shouldn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. Eh? You completely misunderstood. Monica juga udah catch on bahwa kita naksir sama Yuri. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Siapa boyfriendnya? Ayo kita gelut. Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Anjir, ini tuh ini tuh apa sih, call out orang-orang halu yang punya pacar 2D ya? Ayo, siapa di sini yang punya pacar 2D? Kayak Yuri. Dia punya pacar 2D tuh. Ketikan pacar 2D kalian di sini sekarang juga. Waifu kalian siapa di sini? Mia termasuk pacar 2D or 3D? Waduh, nggak tahu. Nico, Mia, anjir, ya udahlah kasih deh. Ren the best. Ren yang mana? Ren mana? Reisen dari Toho. Wah, boleh tuh. Razia tuh apa sih? GBF ya? Monica, Bang Jarwo. Apaan anjir Bang Jarwo? Emilia. Waduh, aku cewek hasbu, boleh nggak? Boleh. Waifu atau hasbu? Tuh kayak Yuri kan dia punyanya hasbu. Remla the best. Kokoron tuh dari mana sih Kokoron? Rem siapa? Ya. Emilia, Yukina, anjay. Halu juga ya kalian rupanya. Nggak apa-apa, Khalid. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Tuh, kata Kirito tidak ada yang salah dengan itu. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Anjir, Ilya. Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall. And I fall and fall and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning. There is no purpose. And we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Dah, jangan berantem. Dah, waifu masing-masing sudah. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get into philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy karena mereka semua depressed. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans are two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Ah, yeah, that! Ini joke karena mereka 2D aja. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Tips guys, jangan berantem. Tipsnya nih sekarang nih, tips dengerin. Save dulu. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? Kamu pernah nggak sih malu sharing tulisan lu karena lu mikir itu tuh nggak bagus? It can be really disheartening to get lukewarm response to something you put so much into. Ya, soalnya kan kalau misalnya kita udah effortnya gede terus orang kayak cuma oh gitu, itu kan kayak sakit hati ya kita. Tapi kalau misalnya kamu menemukan orang yang sama-sama suka menulis, sharing jadi lebih gampang. Karena bukannya cuma bilang ke kamu bahwa tulisanmu jelek, bagus, jelek, bagus, biasa aja. Mereka akan ini ya konstruktif gitu, karena sama kan pola pikirnya. Mereka akan fokus, wah kamu bagusnya gini, dan terus kamu improve-nya gimana. It's much more encouraging that way, and it'll make you want to continue improving. Ya kan, kita jadi lebih termotivasi untuk ini ya, untuk menjadi lebih baik kalau komentarnya begitu. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Kasih tunjuk ke Yuri. Kirito, your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you showed me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me. But I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Oh, is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling. I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something and you've never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Kirito, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. Ini barusan kayaknya ada donation masuk, tapi nggak ada notifnya. Thank you seseorang buat donasinya 10.000. Thank you. Sorry ini nggak tahu kenapa nggak masuk di traktirnya ya, di notif online-nya. I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But anyway, jangan spoiler. Books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. You know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you. Kasihan juga ini orang. I'm not a know-it-all, Kirito. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. Kasihan dia tuh suka dibilang so tau, mungkin karena dia kutu buku kali ya. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything, kata Kirito. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful? That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Kirito. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. Betul! I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends, and I would say I'd had at least one success. Wouldn't you? If you put it that way... Yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands. But this time, she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah. I do. Let me get it for you. Wah, jangan nge-lag dong. Astaga, ini bikin kesel. Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface. Under clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss. But beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest wood to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sand castle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where the toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. 音は元の音と全く同じです。あ？どういうこと？ Emang nge-lag, guys? The breeze is gentle, yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my piece to erode at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to Earth forevermore. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. You say that like you didn't even want to write about it. Oh, you haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I, well, it was amusing that we wrote about something similar in such different ways. So Natsuki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other again. I suppose to better compare with the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Okay, who's next? Natsuki? Akankah dia mau Akankah... Yeah, no thanks. Anjir, dia gak suka banget sama puisi kita. Next! Anjir, dia gak nunjuk. Ya udah, sayori. It's nice, I guess. Kita di-reject sama Loli, anjir. Pas respon saya, fuck. Sakit. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. Tuh kenapa dia kayak langsung kayak kamu gak usah peduli apa isi hatiku kayak apa. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Kamu nulis ini untuk orang lain kan? Bodoh amat. Kenapa sih nih cewek-cewek ini guilt tripping banget? Emang kenapa kalau Kirito sukanya sama Yuri? Hah? Masalah buat lo? Rese banget. Probably Yuri. I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant though. But it's okay. You're making your friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Kirito. Sayuri, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Kalau aku juga tired, I'm tired of you, anjir. Aku lelah denganmu. Hehehe. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. Kenapa sih? Ini tuh dia kayak jelas-jelas yang kayak ini tuh dia tuh ngebait gitu, kayak pengen ditanyain, Sayuri kamu kenapa? Sayuri kamu pasti ada masalah gitu kan. Anjay, kasar amat sama Sayuri, abisnya gemes. Si Kiritonya juga orangnya nggak peka gitu loh. If you insist, yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayuri? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayuri cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Okay, you three. We're all done. Oh iya, lo. Iya, si Sayuri kagak nunjukin puisi. Ya udahlah, bodo amat. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second! Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Something that sounded a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayuri isn't here. It seems that you're right. Sayuri always helps lighten the mood a bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she is not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No! First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayuri. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I don't want to force it. Oh, that curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people? Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of festival We need to figure out the rest of the festival preparation, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot from them, and different flavors. Can you handle all that by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayuri will be helping me design them. Wah, ini juga ada yang... Wah, ini traktirnya kenapa nggak keluar ya? Kenapa traktir alertnya nggak keluar ya? Dari tadi ada donasi masuk juga ternyata. Kenapa ya? Oke, aku tidak tahu kenapa. Oh, keluar tapi nggak bunyi aja. Oh. Tadi masuk tapi suaranya aja nggak masuk. Parah nih, disabotase sama Monica nih. Aku sih masih lihat ya, tapi mungkin alertnya agak telat. Tadi ada yang donasi juga ya, 2 bungkus makaroni seorang. Like-nya bikin Doki-Doki. Thank you ya donasinya. And as for Yuri, you can guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? useless. No! That's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Now Natsuki's pouting too? Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayuri enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. Ini yang spoiler, jangan spoiler. Sekali lagi spoiler, aku mute 300 detik. Karena jangan mentang-mentang kalian udah main, kalian harus ngacauin experience buat semuanya ya teman-teman. Dan it's not cool buat bragging bahwa kalian pernah main, karena bukan cuman kalian yang pernah main di DLC di dunia ini. Jadi diam aja, oke? Okay? But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great! You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Kirito. The one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. Oi, thank you donasinya. Oh iya bener, nggak ada suaranya. Halo Kamiya, semangat mainnya. Thank you. Dari Ark. Kenapa ya nggak ada suaranya ya? Aneh banget. Padahal tadi ada. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Kirito may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. Oh, era B. Oh iya, nih ada juga seseorang donasi era B. Era B tuh pilihlah maksudnya. Ini disuruh milih lagi, kita mau join sama siapa nih? He may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Oh, si Yuri. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Oke, ini windownya aku geser dulu deh. Sebentar. Windownya aku geser dulu biar aku bisa ngelihat donasi dari dari sini. Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Kirito to... What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys! Let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Kirito to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? Sebentar ya, kalau gitu, coba kita refresh dulu ya. Semoga bunyi lagi. So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said... I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Kirito, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. Coba kita bantu Monica. Yay, you picked me. Hold on one. Ini bunyi lagi. Thank you, seseorang. Hold on 1 second. Yeah! Monica, you're the one who needs the least help out of all of us. Yeah, but... I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but you already have Sayuri as well. But Kirito was the one who... That doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monica. You're supposed to make responsible decision for the club. Anjir, ini mereka kayak cuman mau. Monica, you shouldn't let any ulterior motives interfere with this decision. Padahal mereka semua punya ulterior motive, anjir. Ulterior motives? What are you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with ulterior motives. Excuse me? Otherwise, this wouldn't have been made into such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monica. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do, you know? We won't do as good of a job if you make us work alone. Maybe that's true. Think of the club, Monica. Dasar nih wanita berakal bulus. If we want our event to succeed, then we need to appropriately distribute our resources. So are you going to do the right thing, President? Okay, I get it. It's technically most logical for Kirito to help one of you two. So, I guess that's what we'll do. Do you have a preference, Kirito? Coba Sayori ya. I mean, if it's going to be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors and... But Monica said that Sayori was helping her! Jeez! Do you really hate us that much? No! Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. Just think of the club, okay? Yuri. Well, I'll probably be the most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki? I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying. So, you'll be helping Yuri then, Kirito? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things, so I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited might not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Kirito? Me? Oh, I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it will turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Kacian! Lu sih nolak Kirito terus, jadi tidak terpilih. Natsuki, what? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Kirito picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so... I get it. I'm kind of surprised though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. Oh, dia mau bertindak dewasa. Dia mau minta maaf. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden? I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with her words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I could tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kinda appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. Anjir, masih nggak mengalah dia. I believe you. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out of the door as they chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry. I realized that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Eh? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Woo! Yuri mau ke rumah kita, Anyway, okay. Alright. In that case, it wouldn't be a problem. I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I manage to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Kirito. I think that we'll make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait! You don't actually think that, do you? Aww. I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense! I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? Eh? I didn't realize. I'm telling you I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this! Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday? Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori. Oh my god, maksudnya dia mau kerja bareng Sayori, ternyata. My anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school? She even told me she was looking forward to it. Ini pikirannya mesum anjir si Kirito. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? Oh, dia takut ketahuan Sayori. It's not like we feel that way about each other. Besides, like Monica said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, then I'll have a good time. Ya dia masih kepikiran Sayori guys, padahal kayak ya udahlah. Ya mungkin kan karena Sayorinya lagi bad mood seharian. Wah, time skip guys, udah hari Minggu, kita makan dulu. Kita makan dulu satu suap. Sudah, hari Minggu. Oke, satu suap aja terus minum. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've even been texting occasionally, Echeme-chan. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Dia masih khawatir ya, soalnya nggak ada berita dari Sayori ya sejak dia pergi kemarin. I decide to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Dari isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to the bedroom, where I finally find her. Kok kayaknya serem sih, guys? Aku takut. Aku takut sih. Aku takut. Kayak, nggak apa-apa. Bismillah. Oh, ada orangnya. Sayori? Ada orangnya. Alhamdulillahirobbil alamin. Oh my god. Abis hitam-hitam serem, coy. Oke, dia lagi galau ternyata. Iya, makanya karena nggak ada BGM ya kan serem anjir. You haven't come over like this in a long time, haven't you? Have you? I guess you're right. It's been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Cyrus' room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided the last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Oh, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course! But I'm just helping her online. Ini, pakai Zoom dia bantuinnya. Ini, apa namanya, jaga jarak. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Yuri then. Yep! There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in the random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. Oh, ternyata dia kayak ini ya, tidak seperti dirinya sendiri. Sambil makan ah. I finally get to the point. Perasaan kemarin blazernya Sayori kemarin nggak muat kok, sekarang udah lurus gitu ya. Ya. Makan dulu guys. Gini deh makanannya kita ini dulu. Nih. New text line. Nah. Makan dulu guys. Kita sambil makan kita amatin ini ruangannya Sayori. Kita save dulu deh. Dia di rumahnya ada boneka sapi. Ada boneka sapi, boneka burung. Apa lagi tuh tanaman. Itu kalendernya kenapa disobek-sobek? Coba lihat yang ini. Kenapa disobek-sobek? Ini apa kenapa sobek? Nih ada gelas bekas dia minum. Ini apa AC? AC-nya kecil juga. Itu di bawah kalender celana bukan sih? Iya. Apa? lampu. Ini lampu apa AC? Ya, tapi masa AC segede jendela? Ini jendelanya kan cuma yang tipe yang satu pitak. Kalau AC kan harusnya gedenya 2 jendela kayak gini, seginian lah kurang lebih. Harusnya AC itu segede ini, tuh satu lagi segini berarti. AC-nya kayak kecil banget. Anggaplah kasurnya Sayori itu kan kasur untuk 1 orang. Coba, AC-nya kan harusnya lebih gede dong kalau gitu. Tanamannya satu hidup, ya mungkin tanamannya lagi tidur, lemas dia. AC minimalis, oh AC yang kecil ada ternyata. Oke, aku baru tahu. Terima kasih infonya. Boleh juga tuh AC kecil. Kalau tempat terbatas ya. Bedanya apa sama AC gede kalau gitu? Doki literature. Apa awalnya? Kalau tidak ngadep AC apa nggak masuk angin? Nggak tahu ya. Mungkin diarahin kali kan bisa, jadi AC-nya mau diarahin ke bawah apa agak ke samping gitu kan bisa kan? Bagian gedenya di belakang temboknya, anjir emang apaan? Aku makan dulu sebentar. Bentar lagi habis ini, tinggal kayak 1-2 suap lagi. Oke, yang di kursi apaan? Baju gitu kayaknya. Ini kan? Ini baju deh kayaknya. Terus ini kayak kucing gitu, ada kumisnya. Cara hidden chat gimana? Nggak tahu caranya. Sayori suruh Kirito benerin hidup tapi dia sendiri berantakan. Pencet M. Gak bisa coy. Dari DLC gak bisa hidden. Setahu aku sih gak bisa hidden ya. Gak tahu deh kalau emang bisa. Bentar ya guys, bentar lagi makannya habis. Space tuh sama kayak ini, kayak klik buat nge-forward text. Oke. Makannya sudah selesai akhirnya. Udah. Tadi tulisannya pokoknya intinya tuh Sayori kayak kelakuannya aneh lah. Tuh aku cuma penasaran mau lihat kamu tuh gimana abis kamu cabut hari Jumat ya. Kamu kalau ada sesuatu yang salah kamu nggak bisa menyembunyikan itu dariku karena aku kenal kamu banget katanya. Dia masih so tau guys, padahal dia nggak kenal Sayori. Jadi Sayori tersenyum dan menggelengkan kepala dia. That's no good, Kirito. Eh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been thinking about me right now. Oh. Oh iya, sorry, katanya klik kanan atau H. Soka. Bisa ternyata. Ini apa nih? Ini apa? Ini apa? Kita membedah rumah Sayuri. Ini apa? Tahu ah. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayuri! I grabbed Sayuri by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Haha. Sayuri gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Kirito. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. Dia ternyata dari dulu sudah seperti ini. You're just seeing it for the first time. Kamu baru lihat ini pertama kali saja. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayuri? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Kirito? I guess I have no choice this time. Weh anjir kok diklik. Nge-lag anjir tadi. I've had really bad depression my whole life. Ternyata dia depresi. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayuri kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to not think about her? Why, Sayuri? Eh? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Damn, that's not... Guys, tadi traktirnya masuk nggak sih? Ini kok aku lihat ada yang donate lagi, tapi aku nggak kena notif. Because if I knew, I would have done anything I could to support you. Katanya, kenapa lu nggak bilang dari tadi, dari kemarin, dari dulu, gitu kan? Thank you yang mana sih? Oh yang tadi deh yang ternyata. Yang tadi ternyata donasinya. Ya terakhir yang high chat. Ya. Tadi baru masuk di email, aku kira kayak ada donasi nggak masuk. Even if there's only so much I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then, I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club. It feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Kirito. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped us, if everything could feel like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. Dia menangis. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart, hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace. Halo, selamat datang baru datang. Kirito, Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then it's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Kirito, Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No! Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Kirito, Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. Dia nangis. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Kirito. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't! Please don't! If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. Okay. Saatnya kita ke rumahnya Yuri. Enggak, kita ke rumah kita. But it's just hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least, I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it'll be fine. Hello! The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. Yalah, bersih, kamarku bersih. That's very considerate of you to do. Oh no. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. Tunggu save dulu deh. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched your wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. Ah! I'm sorry! I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. Suara apaan sih? Emang ada suara? Tahu ah? Jangan nakutin lah. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh wow! I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course, I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Minum dulu. 2 bantal cukup 2 orang. Hush! Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Suara gelas piring. I don't know. Mungkin gelas kali. Is that a bad thing? It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. Okay. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's that wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. Oh, mau aromaterapian gitu ya? How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Buset. Not familiar at all. Ah, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributions to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes the switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole in the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. Aromaterapi ya guys, biar relax. What kind of mood is that one for? This is the jasmine essential oil. Melati. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I choose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and help you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that will be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then, we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative! Okay. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Guys, ini mereka lagi membicarakan tentang ini ya, eskulnya, guys. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Kirito. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Eh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched to it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. Ada pisau! It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. Iya, motong origami pakai pisau, anjir apaan? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out? Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and the feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. Damn. Positive thinking, guys. Mungkin dia salah satu ini kayak wibu-wibu yang suka koleksi katana gitu, tapi bukan katana tapi pisau. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. It's an interesting to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. It suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Kirito! Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I feel her taste. Startled, I instinctively put my hand back. Please forgive me! I wasn't thinking! Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand. Now we're even. Dibalas. Gue gak ngerti ya guys. Apaan sih ini anjir? Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Kirito. Emang lucu aneh. Yuri giggles shyly. Eh? Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected, and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something that I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Ah, that's right. Mau bikin banner. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of our tables in. Tablet! Goblok, bukan table. Astagfirullah. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you feel the cups too much, it will be too diluted. Okay. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips. Okay, baiklah. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Ah, nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them to the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for our sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on a wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you gonna write? Well, it will be more fun to surprise you. Okay, if you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. Okay, it's relaxing. Ah, I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself that for me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person, even if it's something simple, like reading. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Ah! Sorry! Yuri reels back, and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Yo, selamat datang yang baru datang. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Oh, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Astaghfirullah, oh my god. Yeah, okay. Here! I pat down Yuri's face and neck with a towel. Nenek, kalau ada yang mau screenshot tuh. Adem guys, anjay, modus mulu emang si Kirito ya. Dah. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with a towel. Save dulu ya, save, bener. Kita harusnya save di semua cutscene anjir. Is something wrong? It's hot, I just didn't expect it. It's hot airnya apa? Scene-nya hot anjir, gak jelas. Sorry, I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand. But Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait! Eh? Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers, wrapped around my wrist, send a tingling sensation through my arm. As suddenly, her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. Udah. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again. But her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that's just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finish filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very fresh. Kaget gue. Bukan Bang Napi, modus tidak hanya terjadi karena ada niat si pelaku, tapi juga karena ada kesempatan. Waspadalah. Oke, terima kasih donasinya dan pesannya ya, sangat berharga. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here and then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew! You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. Sampai malam mereka di sini. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we could have an extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be too irresponsible for me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait! I can't say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as you wanted. Because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over and we can go out somewhere. Ah, I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so... You're thoughtful, Kirito. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kinda like that about you. Well... How am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori? Ten, 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 ten. Terciduk, teman-teman! Kita terciduk! Hi, Kirito! Sayori! Just now we weren't. Hey, it's okay, Kirito. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry, but we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Shoom! Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori! I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? Bro, dia pasti mikir kayak gimana kalau misalnya si Yuri sama si Kirito berduaan. Terus mereka ini, terus kayak dia beneran lihat Yuri mau nyium si Kirito, anjay. Fuck, man, bodoh. You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri. And how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. Good friends! That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Kirito? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Kirito. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori. What I said before is true. Ding ding! I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. Ya, Monica kan ini zooman sama dia tadi pas siang-siang. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Kirito. I'm scared. I'm scared. Zoom in, zoom out. Din 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 din. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori, it's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Kirito, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hands on Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give it to you. Apa nih? Apa? RAB, please! RAB itu artinya pilihlah. Gini guys. Kita kan sebenarnya suka sama Yuri ya. Kalau kita bilang I love you itu berbohong. Kalau misalnya ini pasti kayak sakit hati nanti dia kalau ketahuan. Jadi kita harus pilih you'll always be my dearest friend. Daripada menyakiti hati seseorang karena kita berbohong, kita ngomong I love you cuma karena kasihan, itu sakit banget pasti. Jadi yang bawah aja ya. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now. But please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I'll promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. I see. Sayuri forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? Bodo amat. I should write a poem about this. Sayuri, it's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just wanted to go back the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Kirito. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So... Sayuri's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Bodo amat anjir. Bodo amat. I'm left helplessly standing in the front of my house. Press F in the chat, boys. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayuri through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayuri's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayuri will always be my dearest friend. And I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayuri. But Sayuri isn't answering her phone. Ya iyalah, abis lu tolak gimana? Abis ditolak lah, goblok. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably felt the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayuri and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Kirito! Kok kagak ada suaranya sih ini? You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Iya, kenapa nggak ada GBM-nya? Error apa sih? Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. BGM imajinasi ya. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayuri with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important, she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayuri told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all? You should take a little responsibility for her, Kirito. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. Ih, ngadu pasti nih. You kinda left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Tukang ngadu anjir. Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all. But, I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayuri really tell her about it that quickly? Monica cenayang, guys. Monica cenayang. About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez. Pengen pasang lagu anjir. Pasang lagu yuk guys. Salah pencet ya ampun. Tunggu. Lagu ribet. Aduh. Aduh. Bentar. Nge-lag, nggak tahu kenapa. Udah ya ini. Ini bukan ini guys. Ini bukan koneksinya, tadi softwarenya kayak tiba-tiba nge-lag gitu. Kamu nggak tahu story-nya at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason, I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club one more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayuri's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Get out of my head. Kali 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Get out of my head 39 kali. Terus get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But the poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Astaghfirullahaladzim. My God. What is this? What is this? What is this anjir? Mana aku tahu. Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Kirito? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayuri's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayuri, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayuri. It's not a big deal to a newspaper or however we got. Even the simple gesture of walking to her best friend. Aku nggak mau pakai headset. I reach Sayuri's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer, since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayuri. Ya udah dipakai nih. Ya udah headphone-nya dipakai. Ya, headphone-nya dipakai. Tapi aku merem. Headphone-nya dipakai tapi aku merem. Aku tutup layarnya pakai tangan. Sayuri? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house? Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayuri's room, I knock on her door. Sayuri? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Okay guys. Ready? Ready guys? Are you ready kids? Aye, Captain!
An exception has occurred. Script C5 masih trace backtest for details. What the heck? What the hell? Teneneng.
Tuh yang minta BGM. Aku deng yang minta BGM.
Is this a nightmare? It has to be.
Sebuah momen.
This isn't real. There's no way this can be real.
Jadi pinyata anjir, jahat banget. Jadi pinyata. Jahat ih. Jahat sekali kalian. Jahat sekali kalian. Everything was normal up until a few days ago.
That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. Sayori terlecehkan. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Pinyata tuh itu loh guys, kalian jadi kayak kuda-kudaan, misalnya digantung di pohon terus kalau digebuk keluar permen. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything would be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? That has to have been what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Dia ke guilt trip nih. Pasti katanya gara-gara aku menolak dia kayak gini. What did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. Ini tuh, if I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. Ini game! Kamu jangan so tau! I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I still couldn't do what she needed to for me. And now, I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. Astama, ya Tuhan. Mau lihat sedikit ininya kayak apa? Mau lihat sedikit? Kita kan udah mau kelarin, tapi kita lihat aja ya sedikit kayak apa. Selamat datang di klub literatur. Terima kasih Monica. Ganti bahasa guys gamenya. Gamenya ganti bahasa guys, hebat sekali. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself. Oh, ini kayak diulang gitu ya. Kayak yang chapter 1 diulang. Tuh, kita suka jalan bareng, tapi dia mulai suka tidur. Ya, however, I just need to let... Anjir, kaget. Astagfirullah, mama, ya ampun. Ya, oke. Bu, maafkan aku, Bu. Aku salah. Katanya sekarang tadi tulisannya aku selalu sendiri. Dia to meanwhile I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on average while spending my free time. There's always the anime club, but there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day, ya oke. Ya gitulah guys pokoknya ya. Itu ya guys pokoknya. Tadi kita udah gitu, pokoknya si ya gitulah pokoknya guys pokoknya Kirito dikutuk jadi Jonas sekarang. Jadi tuh ya ini kayak ngulang lagi ya, tapi apa namanya, ada yang beda. Kalau tadinya kan ada Sayori kan, sekarang nggak ada Sayori. Itu katanya dia selalu sendiri, katanya nggak pernah ada Sayori, kayak nggak pernah ada Sayori gitu. Ya udah kalau gitu tadi udah di save kan ya. Lanjut lagi, nggak besok guys, lanjutnya minggu depan ya guys. Kita melihat lagi chapter kita lihat lagi gamenya kayak apa nanti. Ya. Oke. Maka ini adalah azab seorang fuckboy ya teman-teman. Ya, terima kasih guys semuanya udah nonton. Wow, udah malam banget ya ini. Makasih ya, dan makasih juga yang udah ini buat yang spoiler. Jangan suka spoiler, kenapa sih? Mia juga, soalnya Mia pasti bacanya telat, terus jadinya yang kesbal teman-teman yang mau nonton. Kasihan loh mereka kan mau nonton tanpa di spoil. Besok live nggak? Kayaknya enggak deh. Kayaknya lanjut lagi hari Senin. Nanti Mia kabarin lagi. Tapi kita coba selesaiin game ini minggu depan, oke? Kita minum dulu ya. Kak Mia jangan lupa tidur. Iya nih, kayaknya bentar lagi mau istirahat. Bagaimana menurut Mia scene pinatanya ya? Paling nggak ada BGM-nya akhirnya. Tadi sepi banget tuh, serem tahu, lebih serem sepi anjir. Gitu. Ya udah deh guys. Oke, see you next week ya kalau gitu teman-teman. Mia weekend mau istirahat dulu, kalian juga karena weekend ya selamat beraktivitas. Yang mau istirahat, yang mau main ya. Kita jumpa lagi minggu depan, dan nanti ada jadwalnya pasti. Mia kapan ya mau selesaiin ini nggak tahu, kita lihat aja nanti ya guys. Ya udah, dadah semuanya, terima kasih, selamat malam, Otsumiya, bye bye. Abis ini nonton yang lucu-lucu dulu atau apa gitu ya. Oke teman-teman, bye bye.